Finally, another clue that your ego identified is the subtle pleasure you get from being right, feeling superior, being selfish or unkind, complaining, judging, blaming, or doing any of the other things the ego pushes you to do. On some level, it feels good to be bad. Saying what the ego wants you to say provides some pleasure, some satisfaction. At the very least, the pressure to say it is relieved once it's spoken. The ego's way is the path of least resistance. As such, it is often irresistible. However, the pleasure you get from indulging the ego is a double-edged sword, because feeling superior, being selfish or unkind, complaining, judging, blaming, and doing the other things the ego does to get this fleeting pleasure ultimately doesn't feel good and doesn't have good results. You feel bad about yourself when you do things that make others feel bad. This is the meaning of, "Whatsoever you have done to the least of my brethren, you have done to me." What you do to others, you also do to yourself. When you judge others, you are also hurting yourself, because you can't be judgmental and be happy. When you are unkind to others, you are also being unkind to yourself, because you can't be unkind and be happy. When you don't forgive someone, you are also harming yourself by holding hatred inside. Whenever you are in ego, you not only hurt others, but also yourself. That's how people learn to not be in ego. This lesson is built into life, and it is how life brings you back home to love. Being at peace, being content, and being loving and in harmony with others is what feels good. The ego takes you away from this peaceful state, from what you really want. Becoming sensitive to how you're getting pleasure from hurting others, and also hurting yourself when you're doing that, will help you make another choice.